Hi everyone, I'm in West Sussex today with Ed Lyle. He's one of the vets from the Arundel Horse Hospital, one of the partners there. And we're going to go through the importance of vetting when you're buying or selling a horse. So Ed, thanks very much for going through this today. This is going to be the first video of a little series that we're going to do with you today. So starting at the beginning, I want to buy a horse, what do I do?
Well, first thing you do is select the horse, choose the horse you want to buy, and then you need to contact a vet. There's a lot of debate about what vet you should use. Obviously, the most important thing is it's an experienced horse vet. You don't want somebody who is used to dealing with dogs and cats or cows. They really need to be somebody who deals with horses all the time so that they can actually see a problem and then work out whether that problem is significant.
So is there a way, sorry, just to get who you use in the first place? So if I live counties away from here, but you're the vet in West Sussex and I don't know you, is there a way I can check to see who you are or how I can do that?
Often what happens is our clients, if they're buying a horse, say in Gloucestershire or in Essex or something like that, they'll give us a ring and say, we found a horse we want to buy in Gloucestershire, can you recommend a practice?
Perfect.
So we recommend people that way. That works really well because then we can recommend experienced equine practices.
Okay, so as the purchaser, what checks would I need to do before getting you involved? Is there paperwork to go through, anything like that I should do?
There isn't really paperwork. The first thing you need to do is we need to decide what type of vetting you're going to do, whether or not you're going to do either a 5-stage vetting or a 2-stage vetting. If you're going to do a 2-stage vetting, that is a part pre-purchase examination. It's the minimum pre-purchase examination that legally we're allowed to do. A pre-purchase examination is a legal contract effectively between the vet and the purchaser of the horse. Anything under a 2-stage examination or less than a 2-stage examination is not now allowed.
Right.
We used to do what they called an eyes, heart, lungs examination or an insurance mortality examination. But in terms of a purchase examination, that really shouldn't be done anymore. But because you're doing a part examination, we require you to fill out a disclaimer basically to say that you're accepting that a part examination is being done rather than a complete 5-stage examination. So that would be one piece of paperwork that does need to be done in advance.
So it'd be worth talking to your vet before you even get to this stage, wasn't it, to decide what stage you're going to go through. And we're going to go through that in one of the videos, all the different stages and what's involved and what they mean. But I think the most important thing is determine what you want the horse for and to be prepared to be able to tell your vet that. So is it going to be a happy hack or are you looking to go around Badminton next year?
Basically, the intended use of the horse. If the horse is going to be a pleasure horse just for enjoying the countryside, the level of expectation is much lower than if it's going to be a performance horse or a sport horse. Equally, if someone rings and says they want a horse pre-purchase examination done on a horse and they say the intended use is dressage, we would want to know whether or not it was prelim level dressage or whether it's Grand Prix level dressage. So often I'll ask somebody what level they've got horses working at. I have had instances where people have rung up and it's grandpa buying a horse for the granddaughter and you say, what level dressage do you want, what level dressage do you think the horse is going to do? And he says, oh, I want to go all the way Grand Prix. And you ask them about the granddaughter and they're 14 years old. So, you know, we have to be very careful. And that's the other point that we need to know is if the horse is for younger riders, such as children or teenagers, that's a very important thing because to a certain extent we should possibly advise on suitability of horses. So if during the examination we see things that concern us about the way a horse behaves or something like that, we might mention that to a purchaser in case it is for a child or for a teenager to ride.
Great.
But the intended use of the horse is very, very important because that's how we determine whether or not something is acceptable at a pre-purchase examination or not. Brilliant.
Okay, well we're going to get into some more detail now about how this all comes together, but for the meantime, Ed, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.